What's happening, guys? It's B-RAD and welcome to another episode of the Graft to a Draft. So today what we're going to be looking for is some 84s today, because obviously most of the SBCs that have come out need a roughly an 84 rated squad in order to be able to get some of the special players like the Summer Heat players that have come out. Now obviously there is a way of doing those with a high rated special card and some lower cards in your clubs, but we're just going to take a look at the 84s because quite a lot of players are special cards in the game at the moment. So we're going to take the 84s that aren't, because their prices are a little bit boosted and they're actually worth trading on at the moment. As you have a look on the transfer market screen at the moment, you'll see one, we are on the Trade to Glory account because the other account now is pretty much gone. We did all the SBCs in a pack and guess, which you can go back and watch, and so we've used up pretty much all the coins on that account. So moving over to the Trade to Glory in order to be able to do this series from now on until we sort of get to FIFA 21, when I will then obviously have multiple accounts to do different things on. But as you look to say, you can see we're on 1.372 million. So after today's trading episode, we're looking to get on to 1.387. So we've made our 15,000 coins. We make a little bit more than that. That's absolutely fine, as long as we make the 15,000 coins to go into the draft. Now, if you go onto our transfer list at the moment on here, you'll see that what I've recently been trading on again is those Buonanotte cards. A lot of these that are sold for around about 35 to 36, I've picked up for around about 23 to 25,000. So I've made around about 10,000 coins a card. I just thought I'd show you on there just because they're the cards that I am mostly trading on at the moment in order to make coins. I was around about 1.4 million, and that's after doing several SBCs and a couple of the special players in the packs as well. So always constantly making coins on this account as and when I can. We'll clear those and you'll see the players that we are going to focus on today. So we're going to start with Javi Martinez and some of the lower rated ones, the lower priced ones like Ruffier, and then we'll move up to some of the more expensive ones like Dzeko and Jose Callahan, who I think is probably the most expensive 84, who is not currently a special card. What we'll do is we'll go and take one of these now, for instance Ruffier, and we will go and look at him. So I don't know how much he is actually in price at the moment, around about 6.9 I think. So let's go and have a look. Yeah, so there was a one at 7,100 there that hadn't gone. So we'll look at the 6.5 mark. Just over 6,800 is the minimum, but there are several of those up. There's one there at 6.4, but we know that's gone because I just checked a minute ago. But yeah, if we got one here at around about 6k, we could probably sell this card for 6.6 as an instant sell. That would then give us about 300 coins after tax. Now obviously at the moment I'm used to kind of making around about 10 to 12,000 coins a card on the Common Ball players, so making 600 coins a card is not the greatest for me at the moment. But we will go on this one and we'll see how many we can pick up of Ruffier at 6,000 and make our way towards our 15,000 coin profit. Okay, so as always we got kicked out for doing the trading by FIFA, so what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take you onto the transfer market and see what I had got up until now. I didn't find anything on Ruffier, and I was beaten on every single one of Martinez, which made me think he's maybe botted a little bit. So I moved on to Lucas Leiva, who was selling for around about 7,500 coins. This one here at 7.4 I actually picked up at 6,200, so that was a bit of a bargain. But this one is 100 coins after the highest, 100 coins under the highest price on there, so that should go. So what I'll do is I'll put Ruffier in the club, I'll put Lucas Leiva in the club, and I will put Javi Martinez in the club, so that I know that I've tried to search for them and you know that I've not sold the players I've already got to try and make the coins, because obviously that is basically cheating. But I only did go on Lucas Leiva for a few minutes and managed to get those three, so I'm going to go on him for a bit longer and then I'll move on to the next player. Okay, so we're finished on the Lucas Leiva. Now we're going to go on Sirigu for a bit. It seems like he's got a couple on here at 7,500 that have been on a couple of minutes, so they should sell. So pretty much the same as Lucas, we're going to look for anything 7,000 coins and below. Obviously if we get anything around 6,500, then we're looking at a 600 to 700 coin profit. But yeah, let's see how far we managed to go with Sirigu. Okay, we're just going to go to the transfer list again, just sort of revisit, show you where I'm at now. So we've got a few Lucas Leivas that have sold, a Depay and another Lucas Leiva up for sale. Fortunately no Sirigus came up, but we will put him into the club again, and like I say, we have already searched on Memphis Depay, so I will put him in the club as well. That leaves us now Perisic, Dzeko, Ozil, Callahan and Moutinho. Now Callahan is probably the most expensive player in this bunch, so we're going to go for Ozil and Moutinho on our next couple of searches, and hopefully we'll be able to pick some up. So that straight away, that's only about 3 or 4 searches. We've got an Ozil there for 6,200 coins, and he sells at 7,400 for a buy now. So again, after tax, that's nearly £1,000. So that's a good amount on our way. Like if we were to get 15 Ozils at that price, we would obviously have our 15,000 coins. But we'll keep going. Like I say, that was only about 4 or 5 searches, so we'll carry on, see if we can get some more pop up for us. So that was a good Moutinho there for 6,500 coins. He goes for 7.5. So again, after we put him up at 7.5 and sell that on, you're looking at around about 600 to 700 coins. We've actually picked up a few of these, mostly sort of probably with just a 200 to 300 coin profit. I think we've picked up 4 or 5 now. I think that might be our 5th one. So we're making our way towards it. As you can see by the balance, I'm 40k away from my 15k profit, but that's because obviously a few haven't sold on yet. But we will revisit the balance just after we have finished on the Moutinhos. Okay, so we're now back up on the transfer list to try and get our last 3 players. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave Callahan till last. We're going to go on Dzeko and Perisic because they are slightly lower priced. I think Callahan is around about 11,000 coins. So we're going to try and now get Dzeko and Perisic. As you can see there, we have sold 10 items now on the transfer list, so we should be well on our way to getting towards that mark. We'll go and see how much Dzeko is. I imagine he's similar price to the 7.5k mark. Let's have a look. 8,200 there. That may well be a snipe. I'm just going to have a look. 8.6. It needs to be 8.8 if he's going to sell. He probably would sell it. I'll buy it, but really at 8.8 it's only really going to be 190 coin profit, but we will put it up for 8.8. But basically, when I now try and get my coins, my players, sorry, to sell on, I'm probably going to try and pick him up for 8,000 or less in order to make some profit. Preferably sell him at 8.7. If I pick obviously one up that's a lot more of a bargain, then I'll probably sell him at 8.6 to get him a quick list. But at 8,000, if I sold him at 8.8, it's 440 after tax, which is 360 coins. So that means it was only 160 coins on the 8.2, which is fine. Like, it's still profit, but really to sit here and do this for 160 coins, you'd end up spending all day and not really make any money. This is why, obviously, personally, I'm choosing to do the Argentinian or the CONMEBOL League players at the moment, because people are sort of mislisting those up, and they are a good way to make coins on the accounts at the moment. As we do go and get a Dzeko there at 8,000 coins, so it's not so bad. We'll list him up for 8.8, get the maximum we can out of him. But yeah, the CONMEBOL ones, like I say, constantly being mislisted at the moment, so they're the good ones for me to make money on. Okay, so we are back onto the transfer list screen, and you'll see that with this Dzeko selling, I think it'll put us about on target. I think we're about 6k away, and after tax, what is that, 440? Yeah, around that mark. So we are on it, but I'm still going to go and have a look at the Jose Callahan. We did manage to pick up quite a few Dzekos. You see, any of the ones that I sold there at 8.7 were at least £1,000 over profit. So I think I got a couple at 7.5. And then the rest that were at 8.8s were more like 7.9s and 800s, but we did get quite a few of them, quite a few Moutinhos. I think we've ended up having to get at the moment, so that's 16 items. So I did say I think it would be around about 20. And we're now going to go on Callahan. We didn't pick up any Perisic's, unfortunately. He just doesn't pop up very much, and to be fair, he's not a card that I've had packed too much this year either. So we're going to have a look, see how much Callahan's at. So he has got one there at 10k, which hasn't sold yet. So we'll try and see if we can pick some up at 9. But I'm not really holding out too much hope. Again, another player that I don't see that often packed, and I feel like even though a lot of 84s fluctuate from around about 6,000 coins to Callahan, who is probably one of the highest at 10 or 11,000, I think people still are pretty scrupulous with their coins, and we'll have a look to see that actually he is a 10,000 coin 84 rated player, especially being a wide midfielder. But we will go on him, and we'll see if we can pick a few Calahons up, just to sort of show that they are possible to get more than anything, as we know that after that Dzeko sells, we should have made our profit to be able to play the draft. So as you'll see here, I'm now checking Calahon's price again, because literally nothing is coming up at all, and I've seen that he's now actually at 11,000 coins. In fact, there isn't one on the market for 11,000. So obviously this is where it sort of, you come unstuck a little bit, seeing that there was one at 10,000 coins, and knowing that actually now that was probably a profit. It's then, you know, I don't have to change my parameters, but I could sit there and go on 9,000 for ages, not basically realise that his price is fluctuating so much that he's now up to 11k. And this is what I've been having to look at with the Common Ball players, the Libertadores players. That Buonanotte guy, I'll go and show you now actually, because I don't think we're going to get any Calahons. This Buonanotte that I've been trading on mostly to get up to the millions. I was at 250k, and in 3 days I got to 1.3 million. He has at times been up to 42k, but I always search for him at first around about 32 because it seems to be his average. And now look at this, he's now down to probably almost below 30k. So I searched at 30, he's got 6 on the market at 30 that haven't sold. So I'd be looking to buy him at 29, to sell him at 29, in which case I'm going to look to try and see if I can pick one up at 26. Now just while I'm talking, I'm just going to go on him at 26 and see if one does pop up, just to sort of show you the frequency and the fact that he does get misplaced onto the market at a much lower price than what he is worth. But yeah, this card fluctuates so much that if I knew enough about the trading market, what I would do is when this card reaches the low heights that he has been at in some times, which is around about 24 to 25k, usually when promo packs come out, or sort of there's good pack rewards from marquee matchups or from a player SBC, this is when his price does tend to go down to around about 24,000 as I get kicked off. And then basically what happens is that price will stay at around about 24,000 for quite a while. What I'd love to be able to do then, just to like kind of invest in seeing how much it's worth doing, is buy like 50 of those cards at 24k, and then wait until he goes back to this 32, 34, 35k mark, and then list them all up to see how much profit I make. Unfortunately, I'm not quite knowing with the market, other than promo rounds, which we all know the more cards that get packed, the lower the price will go. I don't know enough about the market to be able to commit to that decision right now, but it might be something that I'll look at in FIFA 21, maybe study the market a little bit more, look at peaks and troughs and stuff. There's plenty of other YouTubers out there that do that. I'm more of a sniper than the way that I trade. But anyway, we're going to get back into Ultimate Team, and we're going to go and make our draft. So here we are, we have managed to get to 390,000 coins, so a little bit over with selling all those cards that we did do the trading on to get the 15k. I'm now actually going to go and list this Calahon. I bought him just before the episode, just so I could show you the players we are going to be getting today, but I am going to go and list him up because I don't actually need any 84s that I'm going to use in my team or in squad building and stuff. I'm not going to be using one that's 10.5k. That is how you lose coins. But I'm going to go and list him up just because at the moment his price seems to be fairly good. Let's go and get into the online draft. Pay our 15,000 coins that we have traded to. And do you know what? I had a draft on this earlier on this morning, and I had the 4-4-1-1. And I found it really good in attack, so I'm going to take it again today. It's not one that I've used very often, but I just want to try it out again and see what it's like. As we go and get, I mean, how can you not take the Summer Heat Kent that none of us managed to get? Let's go and see if we need some icons around him. Preferably an English midfielder would be good. We'll take the Screen Maguero. Even if he doesn't play up front, I might play him at the centre forward position. This is a tough one because Pogba probably really is the best one for our links, but Oscar looks like a really decent card. Although he has got a 3-star weak foot. Pogba's 4-star. No, we're going to take Pogba. I know he's got a foot birthday as well, but I don't see that card come up very often. I have not used this João Felix card. He's the only one worth picking, but if I could fit him in, that would be incredible. We're going to take foot birthday Moussa Sissoko. That's a strong link to Pogba. We'll take Lucas Moura. So it's a little bit Premier League at the moment. No one really decent on the right. We're going to have to take Janmaat for that. Obviously, we're looking for Gerrard on that left-hand side in order to sign a strong link to Kent. This is really stinky in the defence area. We could be in trouble if we come up against someone good. I kind of feel like with not knowing what we've got here, I'm going to have to take that Robertson. But really, this is a terrible, terrible start in terms of defence. We'll take Lehmann. That sorts at least we've got a decent goalkeeper. Let's try and see if we can boost our defenders and maybe get a good link over to Kent. No one really that decent there. If we wanted a decent CDM sub, we could take Anselmo, but I don't really need it. I'm going to take Coman because he does link in French, and if we have to maybe bring Kent on, he says as we get Martinelli. Right, so at the moment, just for the chemistry, Kent's coming off, but I will be bringing him on. Don't worry, he will get used in this game. Oh my goodness, and he is definitely getting used in this game. I'm not really bothered about many of these. Lacazette, I'll take Lacazette just so we're keeping Prem. But really, it's defenders I'm looking for. So I think Ricardo Pereira for sure at right back. Socrates actually isn't that bad on this game. I just need a decent centre back to replace. I think it was Kelly there at centre back. We'll take Leno just to encourage the Premier League again. Terrible, terrible picks. We'll take Lazaro. Please don't be a silver card and be a nice centre back. Oh, we've got Hernandez, who's at least French and links. But that's not ideal. We probably, if we had Coman, I've taken that by accident there. Right, we've got Goretzka. I'm going to have to take him now. We've got that link. Just going to try and see actually what that does. If I was to take Goretzka there, so we've got double strong links to Coman, strong link down to Hernandez. We'll see what it does. We've got Mason Mount, future stars. Gonna put him at cam. That then there's our stinky silver pick, and our final one. Can we get a decent person to put in that centre forward? Not really. They're all. We'll take Messi just to bring him on. Really, this aren't great, but obviously I am going to be bringing on Kent. Potentially I'll put Scream Aguero there. I just don't know about 79 passing. Just worries me a little bit. Go have a little play around with the team, and we'll come back when we've decided on what we're going to do. So it's not ideal, but this is what I'm looking at. Playing at Martinelli at left back to give Socrates his full chemistry. There is no way to basically get Hernandez full chem. Coman's there. I think I probably will bring Kent on there. And then we'll have a look at try and scream Aguero as he is, but I think I might bring João Felix on because he looks pretty good. I don't think there's any other way around it. I don't think if I put Ronaldo into that centre forward I could then put anybody else up top, because I didn't get any Portuguese or anyone from the Spanish League. Really here we're looking for Premier League or French maybe manager. So we get the Premier League, which boosts us to 98 chemistry from 95. So it's not too bad. I don't really want, because the thing is I don't really want to play Robertson at left back. He takes us down in chemistry. I don't know, Martinelli, I just don't know whether his defence is going to be good enough. But you'll see there, if I put him in, he takes us down in chemistry. Only by one though now actually, which I didn't realise in the initial. And actually if I put Martinelli in there, that is 100 chem, isn't it? Martinelli isn't going to play though, that's the thing. I don't think he's going to play ahead of Sissoko or Pogba. But it doesn't matter either way. I was going to make the sub. Yeah, no, we'll go with this. We'll put Kent on for Martinelli. We'll bring João Felix on potentially for Aguero. let's get into the game. Let's see how we get on. Okay, so not a bad team. I think that personally, prime icon moment, Sol Campbell's probably one of the best centre backs in the game. I'm sure he's going to make some subs up the top there. He's only 92 chemistry. A lot of people off chem there, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Everyone's not everyone needs full chemistry, and 92 is enough to be a good player. So we'll go and straight away. Let's get those substitutions in. I think I've already changed my mind in the sense that I'm going to put Martinelli in at that left centre mid and take Pogba off, because we've already got one kind of defensive, strong midfielder. So I'm going to put Ryan Kent on, and then we're going to put João Felix in for Scream Aguero, and maybe then look at Messi as a sub, potentially later on in the game, depending on how we get on. Let's go. And there we go, straight away we are through, and let's face it, prime icon moments, R9 Ronaldo is not going to miss from there. I mean, he tried to do some skill moves, I nicked the ball away from him, we're straight on the counter-attack, and yeah, lovely little 1-2 of Aguero, who obviously is going off the pitch, unfortunately. But yeah, smashed it in the top corner, near post. R9's not missing, let's move on. I don't know how Sissoko's missed that. I can't believe this. 8 minutes in, we should be 3-0 up. I can't believe this. It's 15 minutes and we should be 4-0 up. This guy would probably have quit. And there we go. It's a little bit of a scramble. We do finally get our second goal. It's incredible, really. If I showed you everything in this up till now, there'd be too many highlights in this. We should be about 6-0. Not even lying, 6-0. Hopefully he's now going because he's realised that. I think he's making subs. Honestly, I should be 6-0. Looks like we're carrying on. I can't believe this. In between this, there's another highlight that I should show you, really, where I should have scored again. Ronaldo was through, keeper saved it, it just came straight back out to him, he hit it straight at him. I can't lose this. I should definitely not lose this. I think he was pausing it to quit, but then he scored in the time that he's been waiting for the pause. Well, somehow we're going into half-time just 2-1 up. Yeah, I think this should have been 4-0 up in about 20 minutes of gameplay time. It would have been over. I then think he's gone to pause it to quit eventually. And in that time that it's waited for that pause, because the ball was in play for quite a long time. Look at the stats. Yeah, because the ball was in play for quite a long time. He then actually scored in that process and is back into it. 1 shot, 1 goal. 9 shots, 7 on target, 2 goals. I'll keep my composure and we'll get through this, I'm sure. So there, unfortunately, he's managed to get another goal back. That puts us at 2-2. I don't know how this has happened, really, when we were we should have been 4-0 up after 20 minutes of gameplay. But it's just how it is. And there we go, we finally get the goal that's been coming since about the 20th minute. Nice cutback to João Felix. He's not been too bad. I've not really noticed him too much, or Lucas Moura in this game. But yeah, there's a nice cutback there from Ryan Kent. And he puts it into the top corner. 3-2, hopefully we can now see this one out. And then straight away from kickoff, he's gone ahead and scored. I think with Ronaldo. Nothing we could do there. Couldn't get the pass, couldn't intercept them. Back to 3-3. And there we go. It's a little bit sweaty in terms of the fact that we are in injury time. Probably shouldn't have gone as far as it has, but we have managed to score. Ryan Kent on the counter-attack, smashes it into the far corner. That is going to be the end of this game. We are through to the next round. Okay, so here we go into round 2, and yeah, he's got prime icon moments, Bergkamp and Crespo up front. That Petit card in the middle there. Playing Aurier at the left centre-back position, so I'm not too worried about that, but yeah, it's got Van Dijk. Really, we should have obviously dominated that first game so much that we were moving into this second game a lot quicker. But we'll see how good this guy is. We'll go straight away and go and make our subs. So I was quite happy with the ones we put on. For obviously Ryan Kent was really good. And Martinelli did actually do quite well in the centre midfield there. So we're going to take Pogba off. Put Kent on. And put João Felix in for that centre forward position. See how we get on in this game. And we're 1-0 down there. I did see that great run from Salah. Nothing I could do to stop it there. Weren't controlling those defenders. The AI have not spotted the run. We're 1-0 down. Yeah, he sold my goalkeeper there. It's a good goal. He's put Ryan Kent up front in a substitution. And he knows how to use him. And there we go. We get one back with João Felix. Nice little 1-2 with Sissoko. Hits with the outside of his right foot into the left-hand side of the goal. We're back in this. We did hit the post earlier with Ronaldo. So it could really be 2-2. But like I say, this guy's doing a lot of skill moves. He is probably a lot better player than us. We'll just see if we can keep in the game. Yeah, it's a nice goal. He's got pretty much Quincy Promes and Ryan Kent playing up front. And he's using skill moves with both of them to create space. He knows how to do it. And we can't seem to get forward. So we go in at half time. We're 3-1 down. As you'll see, he has had a little bit more of the game. And like I say, good skill move user. But we'll see if we can get back into this. After a massive scramble in the goal area there, we do finally get that goal. Put it to 3-2. Starting to come back into it. Okay, I thought that was offside, but it's 4-2. Looked like Felipe Anderson squared that, or passed it across slightly forward of the goal to Promes, and there was none of my defenders there, but it's a goal. There you go there, so we end the game. You see there was a bit of speed up lag there. I had that a couple of times through this match. But he has won 4-2, so we are out in the second round there. Like I say, he's a very good skill move user. It's not something I tend to use much other than the occasional ball roll and things. We had like I say, we hit the post, we had another chance, but really that probably was a fair result. Let's go and get our rewards. I know they won't be very good. We'll go and see if we get anything in these packs. So the silver players pack first. Unlikely to be anything in here, but if there are any silvers that belong to the high leagues, then I will sell them on. Got one Barcelona player. And other than that, there's nothing really in there. Quick sell those duplicates, and we'll open up a gold pack. Just Ginter in there. I've left that one to go down because obviously the headliners cards have got a glitch on them at the moment, so you never know, it could have been one of them. But yeah, nothing else there. We're going to sell those duplicates at the end. Move on to the final premium gold pack, see what we can get. And again, nothing in that one as well, another non-rare. So unfortunately, not very good rewards, but we don't expect much for going out in the second round. We'll just sell those items at the end there. So that's been an episode on the Graft to Draft. Obviously, I have seen us trading on the 84 rated cards there, and I've shown you how I have made it to sort of nearly 1.4 million on those CONMEBOL cards as well. So definitely some ways to make some coins at the end stage of this game here, so you can go and buy some of the players that have now dropped in price and create a different team. As always, please do smash a like on the video, comment if there's anything you want me to do, anything you want to see, or just to say hi. I'll always respond to any messages that are on the videos. And as always, please do subscribe to the channel. As soon as we reach the 100, I will be doing a giveaway on the channel, so make sure you do subscribe and tell anybody that might be interested in this sort of content to have a look at the videos and subscribe as well. And also check out my Twitter, which is @BRAD861. I've been B-RAD, thank you for tuning in.